Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be testing out the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation plus Concealer Foundation. So if you would like to see a 10-hour wear test and my thoughts, please keep watching. So I'm finally getting around to testing this out. I feel like I'm always the last one to test out anything, but it went on sale, so I figured I would pick it up. And I've heard nothing but great things about this foundation, so I'm definitely excited to try this out. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep my skin, and then while my primers and stuff really sink into my skin, I will read you guys some information about this foundation. So just a skin update. My skin is pretty normal right now. A couple of dry spots. I do have like a little bit of a sunburn right here, and then I'm pretty sure I have some kind of like a hormone imbalance or whatever, because I've been getting like cystic acne like right around my jawline and my neck, and I've never gotten that before. So when I self-diagnosed myself, aka Google, it said that it could be like a hormone imbalance. So I'm definitely gonna call the doctor, see what's going on with that, but just wanted to point that out. So hopefully this foundation will cover everything, which I think it's full coverage. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this L'Oreal Spackle Hydrating Moisturizing Under Makeup Primer. You guys know this is like my favorite for my dry skin. Like I said, right now though, it's more like normal to dry. And then I always like to use like two primers for the most part. I'll use like more of like a cream one and then a spray one. So I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose 3-in-1 Primer Water as well. Okay, so while those primers really sink into the skin, this says dry combination to combination oily, and then it says 2-3. I don't really know what that means. And then it says Beyond Perfecting Foundation plus Concealer. It said this shade used to be called 09 Neutral, and now it's called CN52 Neutral. So I'll list the shade in my description box. Let's see, a foundation and concealer in one for a natural, beyond perfected look that lasts all day. Lightweight moisturizing makeup covers thoroughly without clogging pores. Color stays true even through sweat and humidity. For complete coverage, dot all over the face and blend. Use the unique applicator to spot conceal. Oh, so I guess we don't need a concealer. Weird, because for some reason this entire time when this first launched, I thought it was a matte full coverage foundation. So now I'm like, what? I didn't know that it was a moisturizing foundation. So this is gonna be perfect for the summer is what it sounds like anyways. So that's everything that the packaging says. Let's look at the bottle. I think this is gonna be the perfect shade for me right now, but if I get any tanner, it's obviously gonna be too light, but I guess I could just use it as like concealer. So if the rest of my face is like kind of tan, I can just put it like in the center of my face and it'll look like I have foundation, but like just concealer, you know what I mean? It says it's oil free, 100% fragrance free, moderate to full coverage, natural matte finish. Okay, there it is. That's what I was looking for. And I believe this has a huge doe foot. So yeah, it reminds me of the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. Okay, so I purchased mine from Ulta. So this retails for $34, but like I said, I got it on sale. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but this has 4 stars out of 5. So this foundation comes in 40 shades, which is amazing. It looks like they have a nice mixture of neutral and warm undertones. This says, due to rich pigment level that enhances this flawless coverage makeup, shades may appear deeper when first applied. Weird, because I think the box said that it wouldn't oxidize, but oh, that's weird. I don't know. Once blended completely and allowed to dry, Beyond Perfecting makeup will melt into your skin for a beyond perfected, flawless look. A little goes a long way. So I feel like I've never really been the type of person that likes like extreme full coverage makeup. I don't know, I just feel like when I can feel the makeup on my face, it like drives me absolutely insane. And then now, I feel like the older I get, like less is more. So I hope that this is like the perfect thing for me, because yeah, like I don't know, especially like in the summer, I don't really want a lot of makeup on, but I want everything covered. So we'll see. As always, I'm gonna do one side with a sponge and one side with a brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. Oh, okay, wait, so it did say that it would show up darker before it's set down. So I hope, because this actually looks a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be. I'm just gonna kind of dot it. I know it said less is more, but we'll see. Or a little goes a long way. I'm sorry, that's what it said. Weird. Okay, so I think I might actually be able to wear this with the tan. I guess we'll see. So I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty blender. I feel like I can already tell I'm gonna like this foundation better with a brush. Yeah, not a big fan of it with a sponge. I feel like it looks a little blotchy. Let me look up closer. Yeah, I don't know. It looks blotchy with a sponge. But it's giving me the feeling of, do you guys remember that L'Oreal? I have it over there, but it's like buried. The L'Oreal foundation that came in like the white and purple bottle, and it was like a cream to powder foundation. It's so good. I can't remember what it's called. I'm pretty sure I did a foundation first impression on my channel. I think it's called like Magic Touch or something. I don't know. I'll put a picture of it on the screen, but that's what this reminds me of. I don't know why, but so random. But yeah, that's what this kind of reminds me of, even though this isn't a cream to powder finish, but I don't know. Okay, so let's do the other side. And then to blend that in, I'm going to use my Morphe M439. I haven't used this brush in a hot minute. Okay, yeah, I like this way better with a brush. It doesn't look like it's blotchy or anything. Okay, so I feel like the amount that I used would be perfect if I didn't have anything to cover and I just wanted like to even out my skin tone. But I'm definitely gonna have to go in with a little bit more, I think. This side is like super blotchy with the sponge. That's weird, but this side looks nice. Like, I really like that. Again, I have like a dry patch right here, so it's gonna look flaky, but definitely like the side with a brush 1,000,000 times better than the side with a sponge. I don't know if you guys can tell, but yeah, to me this looks blotchy like right around here, and then this looks even. Weird. It's giving me like a powdery like finish, but it's not supposed to. Like, it said natural matte, but I really like that. So I'm gonna go in with some more. I'm just gonna go in on top with the brush on this side since I don't really like the sponge. And like I said, normally I wouldn't go for full coverage, but because I have to cover up a sunburn and some pimples, I want full coverage today. But if I didn't have any problem areas, yeah, I feel like I would just, oh my gosh, I don't know why I put so much up there. Ah! I feel like I would be okay with a couple swipes here and there and then done, but yeah, this is a little dark. It said that once it set down, it would kind of like lighten up. I think I put way too much on my forehead. I'm gonna have to maybe go over it with the sponge. Weird. It definitely looks darker on than it does in the bottle, I feel like. Can you tell? It's a good thing I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt today. I was gonna wear a tank top, but then it definitely wouldn't have matched, so. But it looks nice. It looks really nice on my forehead. Like, usually that's the first area that I look at, because I do have like some lines that go across, and a lot of foundations like sink right into the like 2 or 3 lines that I have on my forehead, and this didn't, so I automatically like that because I hate when that happens, so I like that. I do like the coverage and stuff. Like, I'm assuming it's supposed to be kind of like a one and done, but I like kind of like a brighter under eye, not like all one color, you know? Like I want some like dimension or something in my face. But this is like really nice. Oh my gosh, like, but it looks really good on my nose too, which is weird because like a lot of products will not stay on my nose, especially if I try to apply it with a brush. It usually just like picks it right off. But yeah, my nose looks really nice. Oh my gosh, like I'm kind of mad that I haven't tried this out sooner. Especially if it holds up in the summertime. This is going to be the perfect summertime foundation. Ooh, so far I'm giving this like a 10 out of 10 minus the shade. Like I said, it's a little darker on than it is in the bottle, but it claims that it's going to lighten up, so we'll see. So here's a close-up of my skin. So I know this is supposed to be a foundation plus concealer. Like I totally agree. I think it looks great. Like, but I really want, you know, some like brightness in the center of my face, but I would be okay with just throwing this on some brows and maybe some chapstick, some lip gloss, something like that for more like a natural kind of makeup look. But I want to add some concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'll just use like a lighter coverage concealer. Just gonna go in with this guy right here. I'm trying to use it up. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I have the shade Fair. Forgot how much I love this concealer. It is so good. So I'm just gonna add it in the places I want to highlight. And then I'm going to blend that out with my Morphe E45. Okay, that concealer looks amazing on top of this foundation. I think I found my new favorite foundation. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. I mean, I feel like it kind of lightened up a little bit, but it's still darker in my opinion than it looks in the bottle. But so this is what my skin looks like with the foundation and concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and do the call time right now, and it is 12:49, so I guess we'll just say 12:45. So 12:45 is the call time. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of cream contour and fill in my brows, and then that'll give like the foundation a little time to kind of like settle in because I want to see if I can get away without setting it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So for brows, I've been using like powder lately because I don't know why, I just feel like it looks better. It doesn't look as harsh on me. So I used my Profusion brow palette and I just mix the taupe with the soft brown. I just mix those two together. And then I went in for some like, I wanted more fluffier brows, so I used the Essence Make Me Brow in the shade Blondie Brows, and then as soon as that dried down, just to flick up the inner corner of my brows because I like that kind of like bushy look, I used the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Clear Brow Gel. This is so good. And then for the tails of my brows, I used my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Taupe. To cream contour, I really like this shade actually. I kind of forgot that I liked it. This is the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch concealer, and this is in the shade 70 Dark. This is what it looks like. The only thing I don't like is I don't really like the brush tip applicator, but I really love the shade. So I just cream contoured my nose and my lips, and I am gonna have to like use a little bit of powder to set my face, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna use the Too Faced Born This Way powder. Maybe this will help like lighten it up a little bit. This is the ethereal, why does that sound weird? Setting powder, and I believe it's supposed to be translucent, but it does have like a little bit of color in my opinion. I don't know. This is what it looks like. And then I'm going to use this Morphe E41. I'm just going to tap in the lid. It's a lot. I'm just going to lightly set my whole face. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Too Faced Born This Way powder and set my under eyes, just a tiny bit. I've never used this to set my under eyes, so this might be a disaster, but maybe with just like a little bit it won't be. There. I think that looks okay. I was hoping that this would kind of lighten up my foundation, but I can't really tell if it did or not. So this is what my skin looks like with foundation, concealer, and powder. I think it looks really nice. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin or anything. I wish I could get away with not having to use powder though. I think I could if I wanted to use like all cream products, but... So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and let you guys know all the products that I used and how I'm feeling after my entire look is done. So I will see you guys here in a second. So I finished up my makeup, so I'm gonna let you guys know everything that's on my face. So for bronzer, I used this Makeup Revolution. This is the Makeup Bronzer, and it's in the shade 02 Warm. I love this. I think it's really pretty. A little bit goes a long way though. And then for blush, I use this Morphe blush palette. This is in the shade Warm Master 8W. And I use the shade Provocative, which is this like kind of darker orange shade. And then for a blush topper, I went in with this shade right above it, and it's called Beat. It's like, these two are made for each other, so it left like kind of like a nice like golden coral orange shade on my cheeks. For highlighter, I used the L'Oreal Crushed Foil Metallic Highlighter. This is in the shade 10 Rose Quartz. It reminds me a lot of the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. So for eyes, I busted out the Too Faced Natural at Night palette. I used the shade right here, this top shade, for my inner corner and brow highlight, and then I just went in with the shade called Nightcap on my lid and a little bit in the crease, and then to deepen up my lower lash line and my outer V, I used the shade called Cocoa Star, which is just a matte kind of red brown shade. So yeah, this is a good palette. I always forget about these little tiny Too Faced palettes. They're actually really good. Then for mascara, I used the CoverGirl Peacock Flare, and this is in waterproof. And then I wanted to do kind of like a cat eye, so I just combed my outer corner lashes out this way, so they're kind of fanned that way to give me more of like a lifted look. And then for lips, I used MAC Oak Lip Liner first, and then on the center of my lips, I used the Carly Bible x El Maquillage, and this is in the shade Luna, and it's waterproof. It's one of my favorite like brown lip liners. And then I used MAC Honey Love for lipstick. This is such a beautiful color. Like, I feel like this is like a staple in like everybody's collection. It should be. And then for gloss, I used the Hard Candy Plumping Serum Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade Nude Beach. I think I have like every shade of these, and I love them. So that's my entire makeup look. And then to set my face, I used my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, and this is in Gold Light. And I think everything looks great. Like, I'm so happy with how my makeup turned out. Here's just a close-up. So I almost instantly know the second the foundation touches my face whether I'm gonna like it or not, and I loved it the second I blended it all in with this brush. Like, I'm obsessed with this. Like, I feel like this is gonna be my go-to foundation for a hot minute, but I'm so happy with how it looks. And it's really hard for me to, since I have like dry normal skin, and it's hard for me to find matte foundations that actually work for me. Like, there's maybe like 3, and I guess this would be 4. I know it's not fully matte, but it is a natural matte finish, so I really like it. So if you have dry skin or normal skin, I think you would really like this too, because like I said, it's really hard for me to find like matte-ish foundations that work for me, and this one is amazing. I love it. I'm just gonna look up close one more time just to make sure. Yes, I love it. I mean, the only downside is I did use the Too Faced Born This Way powder, which I feel like this, I don't know, let me know if you have dry normal skin and if you like it, because I feel like sometimes when I use this, I don't use it often, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of makes my skin look a smidge cakey. Like, I think it would work better for oily skin. I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of this powder, to be honest, but I think my forehead looks good. Everywhere looks really good. I'm like so obsessed. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go throughout my day. I'll be back for my first check-in in about 4 hours and I'll let you guys know how this foundation is holding up, but I love it. I'm super excited. So I will see you guys here in a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm back for my first check-in. It is 5:15, so I'm about 30 minutes late. I had to run to the grocery store and I'm curious because I had to wear a mask and I haven't looked at my face yet, so I'm curious if any of this makeup rubbed off on it. So let me look real quick. Okay, it definitely rubbed off on my nose, but nothing that... Okay, I just fixed it, so it's okay. Oh, and it rubbed off my makeup up here. Just blending it out. Other than that, that's really it. Just the tip of my nose. Sorry, I didn't realize it went dark. So it only rubbed off the tip of my nose and then a little bit on my cheeks, like where the straps are. But it looks really good. So it's been on for what? 4.5 hours. So this is what my skin looks like up close. Still looks really nice. It looks like I just applied it. So I'll see you guys back in about 4 hours for my 8-hour check-in. Hey guys, so I'm filming from my iPhone just to give you guys another like perspective on how this foundation looks. So I'm here for my 8-hour check-in. I believe it's, what time is it? I want to say it's a little after 9, so it's definitely been over 8 hours, but I wanted to show you guys what my skin looked like from my phone. So sorry, I'm trying to look in my mirror and see if you guys can see me. So this is what I look like up close. This is after like a 5-mile walk. You can see here. Sorry, I had to grab a mirror so I could see. I think my forehead looks pretty good. It doesn't look like I really need to... Yeah, it's not sticky at all. I thought it was for a second. Like maybe I'd have to powder it, but I don't. I know my mascara is starting to get underneath my eyes. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. I want to see what it looks like on these pimples. The coverage on these pimples is starting to come off a little bit, but it's not terrible. Let's see. And then around my mouth, we'll just have to like forgive that because I took off my lipstick twice already. So it's already starting to come off. It did go in this laugh line right here, which is like another thing I look for in a foundation. I always look to see if it goes in my forehead wrinkles and then I look to see if it goes in this. And most like dewier, like lighter coverage foundations don't go in here. So that's why I like them. But almost every single matte or demi matte or any kind of finish like that always goes in there, so I'm expecting that, but it doesn't look terrible. It's like something I can just easily blend out with my finger, you know. But I do like how my forehead looks still, and I don't think I need to powder. That's the other thing I was looking for. I do feel like it ended up getting a little bit lighter throughout the day, like the color of the foundation. It doesn't seem as dark as it did when I first applied it, but yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think I need to do like any touch-ups or anything. I think anything I would touch up, which would be right around here, would be because of my mask that I had on, not because of the foundation itself. But so far I do feel like it is like long wearing, so I'm super happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some dinner, do a little bit of laundry, and then I'll see you guys for my final 10-hour check-in. Hey guys, so I'm back for my final check-in. I actually ended up keeping this foundation on for almost 12 hours. I usually only do my wear test for 10, but then I started like meal prepping and I just kind of like lost track of time. So it is currently almost 12:30. It's 12:29. Well, it just turned 12:30. It is now 12:30, so I've had this on for 12 hours, so I just want to look at it again. Okay, yeah, like now I feel like at the 12-hour mark, I would need to powder my forehead for sure. It's weird because I'm like, I have normal to dry skin, but I don't know if it's because of my bangs. I'm assuming it's because of my bangs and like my hair product, or maybe it's the oil that's in the foundation, but I feel like my forehead is always the first to get really oily, and then right here. So basically my T-zone and then my chin. But yeah, I would definitely be powdering right now if I planned on wearing this foundation any longer. But other than that, like the cheeks still look really nice. Like everything looks really nice except for like where my mask like rubbed off my blush and bronzer and stuff. But yeah, like this is like a really long wearing foundation and I'm super happy with it. I'm still kind of like about the shade. I don't know how I feel about it. You can see my sunburn. I don't know how I feel about it. Like I feel like it was too dark and then I feel like it lightened up throughout the day and now I'm just like, I don't know. Like I like the shade of it. I just don't know if it like matches me right now per se. Like I think I need to, you know, get a little bit more of a tan and then I think it'll be perfect. But I love this. Like I feel like this is definitely a foundation I wouldn't mind having in a couple more shades, like maybe one. I guess I would have to jump shades, huh? I do have like foundation mixers where I can make them lighter or darker, but I don't know. I feel like they're not supposed to alter your foundation, but I feel like they do. So yeah, I think I would definitely be interested in getting like a darker shade. Maybe they sell like mini bottles. That'd be great. A darker shade and then a lighter shade. But yeah, I actually really, really like this. So I definitely recommend this, especially if you're looking for something that's pretty long wearing, or like I said, it is marketed as a foundation plus concealer. So if you're looking for like a one and done and you don't care about having like the center of your face bright, or like, yeah, I was also thinking too that if this was my exact shade match, that I would literally just put it in my T-zone, because I really don't have like the perimeter of my face. The outside perimeter of my face isn't really a problem area for me, except for right now how I was explaining this morning. But normally my problem areas are like right here. Like I have really like you can see the veins underneath my eyes like really bad, and then I get a little bit of redness like right around here. But yeah, I would probably just take this and just do this and just like blend it out and call it a day. Like I really like this. I think this is gonna live on my desk until I find something better. So I definitely recommend that. Let me know if you guys have tried out the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer in the comments below and what you think, because I love this. I love it. It makes me want to try more stuff from Clinique. So I might be adding some stuff to my Ulta cart. So you know what that means, Ulta haul. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my foundation first impression on this Clinique foundation. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Also, if there's any foundations that you want me to do a first impression wear test on, leave those in the comments below as well. I do have quite a lineup behind me to try out, but if there's any that you guys want me to try out, definitely let me know and I will make sure to pick those up as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.